When most gardeners pack up their tools in fall, they miss the single most powerful window for soil transformation. It's a common misconception that the garden season ends when the last tomato is picked, but while everyone else is raking, bagging, and resting, smart gardeners are getting ready for their most important task of the year, pouring life back into their soil. What I'm about to show you is a simple, powerful autumn mix that regenerative and Amish farmers have sworn by for generations. It's a secret weapon that works quietly through the winter, and by spring, your soil will look, feel, and smell like a rich, dark forest floor brought back to life. I am the Soil Doctor, and here on Decoded, we help you understand the living ecosystem beneath your feet, why your soil behaves the way it does, and how to bring it back to vibrant health naturally. Today we're not just making a fertilizer, we're brewing a liquid soil revival. This recipe is designed to wake up billions of dormant microbes, feed them through the cold months, and prepare your garden for the most explosive spring growth you've ever seen. You see, fall is not the end of the gardening season. It is the great recharge phase. Your soil is exhausted after a long summer of producing. The microbes that power the entire system don't completely die off when temperatures drop. They just go dormant, slowing their metabolism way down, waiting for warmth and food to return. If you feed them now before the ground freezes solid, they will continue working during winter's milder spells. They'll be quietly decomposing organic matter, building soil structure and unlocking nutrients. By the time spring arrives, your soil isn't just waking up, it's already primed, energized, and teeming with life. Here is the simple recipe. First, you'll need 1 gallon of non-chlorinated water. Rainwater is perfect, but if you use tap water, just let it sit out for 24 hours to allow the chlorine to evaporate. Next, 1 cup of unsulfured blackstrap molasses. This is the crucial energy source, a blast of simple sugars that gives the microbes an immediate food supply to kickstart reproduction. Then, add 1 cup of high-quality finished compost or worm castings. This isn't just food, it's the inoculant, carrying a diverse army of beneficial bacteria and fungi. Add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. This gently lowers the mixture's pH, which helps make minerals like calcium and magnesium more available to the soil life. Finally, add a generous handful of leaf mold or rich soil from a healthy forest floor. This is your microbial booster shot, introducing native hardy fungal networks that are experts at breaking down tough organic matter. Stir everything together in a bucket until the molasses is fully dissolved. Now, cover it loosely. Don't seal it tight as it needs to breathe, and let it sit for 2 to 5 days. You're waiting for fermentation. You'll know it's working when it develops a pleasant, earthy, slightly sweet smell, almost like beer brewing. That smell is the sign of microbial activity in full swing. If it smells sour, rotten, or like ammonia, something is wrong. It likely went anaerobic. Don't use it. Just add it to your compost pile and start over, ensuring your compost was fully finished. Once your mix is fragrant and ready, strain it through a cloth to remove any large particles that could clog a sprayer or watering can. Now, it's crucial to dilute it. The ratio is 1 part of your fermented concentrate to 10 parts non-chlorinated water. Pour this diluted liquid generously over your empty garden beds, around the base of perennials and shrubs, and even on your lawn. You are not feeding the plants directly. You are feeding the vast, invisible soil food web that will, in turn, feed your plants when the season turns. The best time to apply this is in late fall, after you've cleared your beds but before the first hard frost sets in. For an extra layer of protection, sprinkle a 2 to 3 inch layer of shredded leaves or straw on top. This mulch acts as a blanket, insulating the microbes from extreme cold and keeping the soil moist. So what should you expect in the spring? When the ground thaws, you'll notice the difference immediately. Your soil will be darker in color. It will have a crumbly, cottage cheese-like texture, a sign of good aggregation. It will hold moisture like a sponge instead of letting water run off. And when you dig into it, you should find it teeming with earthworms, a clear indicator of a healthy, active ecosystem. This is the magic of humus, the stable, dark, nutrient-rich organic matter that these microbes have been creating all winter. If you don't have leaf mold, don't worry. Just use an extra scoop of high-quality, diverse compost. If you can't find unsulfured molasses, you can use maple syrup in a pinch, but molasses is far superior due to its mineral content. And if you have leftover concentrate, you can store it in a cool, dark place for up to 2 weeks, but its potency will decline, so it's best used fresh. Fall is when good soil is quietly made. By taking this one simple step now, your garden will wake up in the spring already nourished and ready to go. No synthetic fertilizers, no waiting for the soil to come to life. It will already be alive. I challenge you to try this secret recipe. Take a picture of your soil now, and another in the spring. Did it come alive? I want to see those results in the comments below, and if you found this breakdown useful for decoding your own dirt, please like, share and subscribe to Dirt Decoded, where we teach you to work with nature, not against it.